Mahalo everyone, and welcome to another deck video here on the Jolly Scarecrows channel. Today I'm presenting a Adamancipator deck, which is a rock-based archetype, and it's actually really good. It's one of the top decks in Master Duel currently, and the reason why I've been playing it in some of the upper echelons of Master Duel is because you basically get a different kind of setup every turn due to their prospecting mechanic. And so that means you kind of have to adapt and react to whatever cards you draw. So the Adamancipators have this effect. We're running 3 of them, and we're running 3 copies of each of them. And they all have this effect where, in your main phase, you can excavate 5 of the top cards of your deck, and you get to special summon a non-tuner rock monster. And so this is interesting in terms of build comp because these are all tuners. So you don't want to see another Adamancipator off that. You want to see something else, and the ones you want to see are either things like this, the Clocky Merries, like Guardian or Supplier, or things like Doki, or even a Prank Kids Roxy's. So we're running a little Prank Kids engine in here, 3 of the Rock Seeds and 1 of Drop Seeds, and that basically just lets you get rocks into the graveyard pretty easily, because the reason why Adamancipator is really good in Master Duel compared to the trading card game is because you can have 3 copies of this Block Dragon. And we're going to have another deck on the channel soon which also uses Block Dragon to its fullest effect, but I mean this card is ridiculous. So basically you need to banish 3 Earth monsters from your hand or graveyard, so not on the field, and that's why it's important to do that Prank Kids combo, because you can easily get rocks into the graveyard. It prevents your rock monsters being destroyed except for by battle, and this can obviously get a huge amount of protection. And then when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add 3 rock monsters, any 3, from your deck to your hand, plus this can be special summoned from the graveyard. So you can just play it again next turn while searching for, maybe you could search for a Doki, a Seeker, and a Supplier or something, and you're instantly plussing off your monster being destroyed, and then you can use those to play the Block Dragon immediately from the graveyard again. So really, your monsters shouldn't be destroyed too often once if you've been able to get this set up at all, which is mightily impressive. And obviously, with this prospecting effect, if you do get to do lots of special summons, you can make all sorts of plays. We're running a mostly link-based engine in here, and so there's no Adamancipator XCs or links. There are these 2 synchros, and we're only running 1 of each. Raptite's honestly my favourite, because this lets you special summon any excavated rock monster. That could even include the 1 copy of Nibiru, which is rock. It can't be Block Dragon, but it can be any of them, including your other Adamancipator. So ideally, you want to go into Raptite, and then off that, go into, I don't know, 1 of these, maybe a Seeker, because then you can go straight into Dragite. Dragite's really good turn 2, because for every rock you excavate, you get to send a card on your opponent's field to their hand. And this doesn't come up as often as you might think it would, which is why we're only running 1 of these. But obviously, depending on the situation, it can be super useful, and is one of the reasons why we're running so many monsters in this deck. We're only running 3 spells, and we can run 3 of them because it's Master Duel. Stecker's Light, fantastic card. Basically, you get to draw 2 immediately because there'll be no spell traps in your graveyard, and then you can banish it to shuffle a card from your hand into your deck and then draw another. And so you should always be able to activate Stecker's Light, and that can obviously get you, you can mess around with your hand comp however you want. Let's talk a little bit about Supplier. So this effect can work in the hand if a rock monster is sent from the field to the graveyard by any kind of means. You get to you can special summon it and then add a Guardian to your hand, or you can't add them to Supplier, so you immediately get a free Guardian. Guardian, obviously, good 1900 beta, and you should always have a rock type in your hand to pay its cost. All you have to do is just reveal it at the end of your turn. And what's nice about Guardian is that often you can just play it, and then if your opponent is going to hand trap, maybe one of your other searching plays, you're able to negate that. So you're able to play a little bit through hand traps if you can establish Guardian early on into your turn, and then from there kind of make explosive plays by using the multiple different prospecting special summons that you have. And then maybe, prank kids on top of that. Extenders like Olean are in here. We've got Doki Doki. This is really nice. Discard a rock type, special summon one with the same attribute from the deck and level. You'll see we're running lots of level 4s, so maybe you've used up your prank kids combo, get rid of it, bring out Supplier, get Guardian. Or even discard Block Dragon to get another, something like that. There's various different combos you can do. I should say that the Adamancipators themselves, so this one, if you control a rock, you can special summon it. This, if your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon that one. And this one can be special summoned if you have an Adamancipator. So you're also trying to dodge your normal summon. Your normal summon will often be Guardian, and then hopefully from there you can make your series of special summons. Your link system is fairly generic in terms of that's kind of the best way to do it. You can often get a lot onto your Apple OS, 3 to 4 points as your end board. What you can also do with this is we're running Union Carrier, and the aim will be for you to use Union Carrier when you have Borrowload Savage Dragon on the field, which, as you can see, you can get to easily because you can go your Adamancipator level 2 into your level 4, and then any of your other level 2s into your level 8 synchro, straight to Borrowload Savage Dragon. Then, if you get 2 more monsters on the field, go straight into Union Carrier, target your Borrowload Savage Dragon, and equip Dragon Buster Destruction Sword. And this will prevent your opponent using their extra deck. Plus, depending on if you've done a Prank Kids combo earlier to set this up, you'll get a Borrowload counter to perform another negate. So it's a remarkably strong opening turn that can occur. 3 Ash, 3 Maxi, and Nibiru, so we're running quite a lot of disruption as well alongside all of these combos. And the last specialist card to mention is Gallant Granite. If you watched our Defense OTK video, this was on here. This lets you, for 2 level 4s, search for any rock monster and add it from your deck to your hand. And so you can maybe get your Block Dragon if you want to prevent your monsters being destroyed. That's often a play you can do. Or you can even search for Nibiru and put that thought into your opponent's head and trying to minimize how many summons they're able to do in their turn. Or, of course, any of your Adamancipators. So obviously, if you've got Granage, you can special summon Researcher, and then from Researcher you can start the snowballing effect. So yeah, I'm hoping that I can get a couple of playthroughs with this deck and show you the amount of variety that it has in terms of winning games on to a video for you in the next week or so. And other than that, we'll see you for that on the Jolly Scarecrows channel.